now tuned in to your number one radio station.
Infinite Network.
The alarm is ringing. Built for this network is now activated. The alarm is ringing. Built for this network is now activated. The alarm is ringing. Built for this network is now activated.
This is the smell of the leftover tuna fish sandwich you left in your lunchbox over the weekend in a wimpy trash bag.
Wimpy, wimpy, wimpy!
Blech! And this is the smell of that same sandwich in a hefty, ultra-strong trash bag.
Hefty, hefty, hefty!
Ah, smell the difference? Hefty Ultra Strong has Arm & Hammer with continuous odor control, so no matter what's inside your trash, you can stay one step ahead of stinky. And for bigger jobs, try the superior strength of Hefty Large Black Bags.
And now for my next trick. I will combine the strength of Hefty Ultra Strong trash bags with the joyfully clean scent of Fabuloso!
Smells like rainbows and unicorns!
Hefty, hefty, hefty!
Well, that turned out better than when I tried to split my assistant in half.
New Hefty Ultra Strong trash bags with Fabuloso scent. So strong, so joyful, it must be magic.
You are now tuned in to your number one radio station.
Infinite Network. We are built for this network, for the strong, not the weak.
Again, I got you. Hard enough that I could chew a whole bag of rock. Chew an avenue, chew an off street and off block. To turn around and do the same damn thing to a soloist. Cause Reggie Noble's piss. I crushed the whole brain frame. Cause you couldn't maintain the funk. They have it rap style for lunch, chump. Cause 92, I take a whole crew. Give them a punch of the funk, not all of their go-to blues. Now show you what type of stuff I'm on. You can't pump or slip it. Because I was born with it. The Funkadelic Devil hit you with the rap level of 10. The 1, 2, 3, your pen. I get action. So everybody jump with your rump. If you like the way the sound bump, pump it in your back trunk. And let loose with the juice when I do rock. I'm too hot. Some say I got more juice than Tupac. Straight out of Jersey. You heard me, my brother. I'm laughing. Time for some action. Lights, camera, cut back the hammer. Straight from the land of the lost. I'ma hit you with the funk force that make you run your rap style back to the crack style, brother. This strike the pose like Madonna. My mom's kicked me out because I did what I want. The original P-Funk chunk up a trunk of funk in your skull caps. Cause my jaw snaps with the raw rap. So color me bad plus color me black. For the funk that I pack, freaking to the funk track. The funky fly stuff. Come on and let me kick the funky fly stuff. Just to show you where the hell I come from, I get done with the 1, 1, 2. Check my raps on my hip when I have sex. Like this. Make you twist to the midst of a funky brain cell when it's pumped on the spliff and all that, the hi-hat. Go by there, listen, look, oops, brother, where your eyes at? They on the floor, pick them up while I pour a little funk down your brain pump. Listen to my name, Trump, Red Man, ready to rock. I got a Glock 10, pow! Your body is all over the block trying to step to this. The Exorcist, kick it. I get mad with it when twin cock the biscuit and blow your head off. Just for asking, who's the one rap? Who
Yo,
We didn't do a show.
microphone check 1, 2. What is this? Them boys is back with the business. Theory of the culture built for this network. Chiz Roundtree, Earl Jones, DJ Mad Knox. We in the building. What's good with y'all, fellas?
Oh man, shit, just another day, SOS. You know what I'm saying? Kind of nippy out there, you know, but I heard by the end of the week it's supposed to, you know, get a little better, so, you know, hopefully so, but everything's good. Yeah, man. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, you know, just kicking it live from the Porter O, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, let's get into the business, man. Hey, the slap that was heard around the what they call it, the metaverse and shit. The universe, the metaverse, you know what I mean? The motherfucker, 5 fingers across the face, you know. I don't know, goddamn, if there's any icy hot, the ice packs and everything for the man.
That shit sounded like it hurt.
Hey, brother, that shit, he felt that shit the next day. I'm telling you, he felt that shit the next day. Ain't no way. Right there, it stunned him. The adrenaline rushed him. When he calmed down, that shit is swolled up, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Will slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. I'm like, oh, at first I thought it was staged, but then he sat back down. He was like, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Then he said it again, and Chris was like, okay, I will, okay, because but this is my thing though. I didn't even know that Jada Pinkett had alopecia, so I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't know. That's why she kept on shaving her hair throughout the years. Because her alopecia was getting bad. So I'm pretty sure that Chris Rock didn't know either.
They saying that Chris wasn't aware. I'm not sure of that, but they saying he wasn't aware. So go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of people wasn't aware. I didn't know.
Right. Yeah, so, but now here's what got dicey for okay. To me, in the beginning now, this is where it got dicey for Chris. And I thought this was going to turn out real bad for Chris. Because, that was held on Sunday night, right? So, immediately, when you went to your social media feeds, there was all these bloggers and podcasters, black female podcasters, was going in on his ass. And it's bad, because once you get the women going against you, they was like, this ain't the first time that Chris did that. He did it and said something about them in 2016. And that's when Jada was talking about boycotting the Oscars. But, you know, his black ass went and took that check like an Uncle Tom. So now you forward fasted to this one. And now, from what I'm gathering now, Will came in there with some beef, okay? Now, it seemed like he came in there with some beef. I'm going to tell you why. But no, let me get back to Chris, though. It looked really bad for Chris at first, because all them bloggers, they was going, you know, he also did that shit, that documentary series or whatever on the black women's hair. Now here comes the Jada Pinkett thing. It looked really bad for Chris. I'm not going to lie. You know, I'm going, this might not be good for Chris because he's got this tour. Matter of fact, he starts March 30th with Kevin Hart. Yeah. Kevin might have to he might have to do something about that because Kevin Hart just getting out of hot water not too long ago with that car accident, and he trying to keep his nose clean. What does he do about the Chris Rock thing that looked like it was spiraling out of control from the first day after the slap for Chris Rock? And I said, man, this ain't gonna be good for Chris. And but then, and you gotta remember, listen, okay, it looked cool for Will at first because, you know, Denzel was coming out, he gave the speech, and, you know, Will Smith crying all over the place and carrying on. And here comes Denzel, come Tyler Perry, all these big wigs was showing him love and support.
The slap was before he won the award.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So, but when he gave the speech, right, did you see him crying and everything?
Yeah.
And you almost felt sorry for him, right? You know, here comes Denzel giving a hug. Here goes Tyler giving a hug. Then you see this motherfucker at the party. Now, somebody can say, well, he did it real bro style. He up there got the Oscar in the left hand, the drinks in the right hand, talking about he getting jiggy with it. And you go, wait a minute. How many different personalities this motherfucker just displayed within one show? Right? So, I'm going. Now, I'm trying to look at now, after Denzel and them gave him the love and support, and then and everybody saw that footage when he was partying now, talking about getting jiggy with it. And I'm pretty sure Denzel and them looked at him like, I think this man needs some help. You know,
Yeah,
like
it seemed like he was off his rocker or something.
Yeah, something ain't
right in the mind.
Cheers, something ain't right, cheers.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right. but if you look at it, it looked real bad for Chris up front. Now, people is looking at this whole thing and going, wait a minute. Chris was the bigger man. Now, a lot of brothers like Shannon Sharp was on. I wouldn't have took that shit. Well, I'd have beat his ass.
But now he too was saying.
Yeah. Like, look, I got to give Chris Rock credit for one thing, and that's his professionalism in that situation. Because if it was any one of us on his phone, we would have been rolling around on the floor some tuxes with him.
Yeah.
I guarantee that will hit me, boy. I'm telling you.
That blazer would have came smooth off.
Man, shit, man, listen. Man, I would have took that blazer wrapped around his head and then started dousing him in the face, man. Man, listen, bro, look, I don't know, no man, Chris Rock, I want to give him credit right now because I thought it was going to turn out really bad for him. But he displayed total professionalism. He really did. He carried the rest of that show, bro.
I got you. And plus, he wasn't even a host. He was a presenter that night. Presenter, yeah. So, I mean, I'm gonna give my opinion after y'all brothers finish y'all's, because I'm sitting in both corners. I'm like in the middle, and I'm gonna tell you why. But
yeah, you know what? Me too. Because I think about it like this. You know, you think about it. If somebody says something about your wife or your woman or whoever, you're gonna go to a defense automatically. Right. You know, but my thing is also is that how the hell he would know that she had alopecia? Nobody didn't. You know, a lot of people didn't know that. You know, and to me, Chris Rock was just doing what comedians do.
Right. You know, because you think about it. Look. I don't want. Okay, let's face fact. How many of us as black people watch them fucking Oscars? How many? I wait.
Yeah.
I wait. So now, just like when all them other ones used to go on there, you know, and roast people. I mean, I very little watch the Oscars too, but you know, you've seen those other ones go up there, Seinfeld, all of them. They'll roast the crowd. Ain't no problem.
Yeah.
They do. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So that's all Chris did. He didn't. That wasn't even a roast. That was like a light joke. First of all,
it was.
When you really look at that, it wasn't nothing wrong with what Chris did. Come on, and I'm gonna say something else before Matt come in, and this is my opinion. This is my personal opinion. We'll need to get the fuck away from Jada. I'm gonna tell you why. You see that look she gave him once Chris said that shit? Yeah. Look at her face.
Because he was laughing at first.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. But she shot him that look. Everybody gonna look at that. Everybody know what that look means. She wants you to do something.
Okay.
Yeah.
But see, that...
wait, man. Wait. I'm not finished. Now, I feel in my heart, she emasculated him so bad over the years that she looked at him like, I need you to do something, and I need you to do it now. Now, we know the all stand-up way within that situation is real buzz. Would have been like, yo, wait for this was over. Let me take you outside. Hey, man, I appreciate that shit. That's the classic OG. We get that. But she wanted that shit right there. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, I personally think she's jealous of his success and career. What's the best movie Jada had? Set It Off, which is a great movie. Great movie. We all love it. But she's no Will Smith.
Hell no.
I think everything she does is to really build her own platform for herself, because she's so jealous of Will's success, of his career, that she's just piggybacking off that shit. She don't love him, although he's madly in love with her. Now, I think Jada Pinkett, I like the way Shannon Sharp had threw that in there a little bit, Mad. I'm mad. You know, I know what you talk about when you talk about Shannon Sharp. And, you know, we talk about Will and Chris. What we should really be talking about is Jada. Exactly. You know, first of all, she boycotts the first one in 2016 because, you know, Will Smith, Muhammad Ali wasn't nominated. All right, cool, stand up for your man. I get all of that stuff. Now, he up for another one. Now he's sitting there all pristine at the daggone Oscars. So make up your mind. You want to boycott him or you want to be a part of him? You know what I'm saying?
Because they knew that he had a bigger chance of winning that for King Richard, in which he did.
I get that, but just in 16, you was just talking about boycott the motherfucker with Chris Rock. No, come on, man. She talking at two sides of her head. And like I said, she one of them real little ladies that start up a bunch of shit.
Very manipulative.
Yeah, and probably get her ass kicked by the common sister in the hood. Probably, I guarantee you that shit. But she started a lot of shit. She always in the middle of a lot of shit. Now she want Will. On top of all of this, she want Will to come on her bullshit ass show and talk about this shit now. Okay, like if the August thing wasn't bad enough, she had to come.
Yeah, that was bad
shit. Look, everything she does, she has to make it public. The letter from Tupac, the poem for Tupac, she has to make that public. You know, all that Will do. He's become a doormat. But listen. He's become a doormat, man. Man, I'm gonna let you take it from there. Go ahead, bro. Because I'm starting to get mad. Go ahead.
Okay, one thing I agree with you with, and I said this on somebody's show last night. Shout out to BSB, the Forecast, because they had an open line with it. I agree with you. I said that last night, or on that show, I should say, that Jada and them been together 20 plus years. My thing is, I don't know what bruh that's gonna sit there and take the masculinity that a woman.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
thank you, man.
At the end of the day, I don't give a. I mean, celebrities break up, they co-parent and do everything all the time. My thing is, what did Will do, or whatever, that vice versa, that y'all clinging on each other like this? It gotta be something. Something is deeper than the surface that we're seeing. You feel what I'm saying? For you to actually to somebody this long. Cause I'm not, as a man, as a black man, I don't give a fuck what color you are, my wife or whatever. You're not going to disrespect me public, privately, or anything. You feel what I'm saying? So,
right. Amen, man. Amen. Amen.
At the end of the day, for you to still, regardless if y'all got kids in the family, again, people co-parent and stuff all the time. So it doesn't make no difference of that. You know what I mean? Of whole thing, like, you should feel like, oh, okay, I'm because when he said on his apology, he said love make you do crazy stuff. And when he said that, I'm like, well, damn, it got you coming out of a character or making you go to. Because, see, my thing is that slap really wasn't for Chris. I think that slap was a boiling point of Will holding that shit inside or whatever was going on during life.
And Chris just got the shit in the stick.
And it was, bro, as men, we all got our tipping point. My thing is, even when I watched the video back, Will Smith laughing, but we don't know if that was a motherfucker actual laugh. You know how a motherfucker just sit there and laugh and be like, okay, like had that laugh like I'm about to pop. You know what I mean? Woo, I'm about to pop. So you gotta laugh and when on top of that, as a husband, this is why I say I'm in the middle. Cause if you, okay, we get what Chris do. Chris is a comedian. He take situations, he crack jokes, he do whatever the case may be.
He gonna be an asshole. That's his job.
But that's what I'm saying. Cause in Will's apology, he said we are in the business where we're open to being joked on and stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? Yes, you are.
See, man, that's what. Stop right there, man. Keep your thought. But that's when he gave that speech, and I looked at this nigga, and I said, "Wait, you gonna pump that, but you just smacked the shit out of Chris Rock because you can."
But that's why I
go ahead, man. I just want to say that.
But that's why I said it was all the boiling points over the years of him facing shit. You think about this whole entanglement shit, everything that Jada said, how he wasn't good in the bed, the whole Tupac shit. Them last 2 years during the pandemic was the butt of Will jokes. You feel what I'm saying? And we even talked about it on the show. You feel what I'm saying? How Jada disrespectful. I'm surprised Will ain't popped yet and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? My thing,
well, he popped.
But see, and
yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he popped on the wrong person.
But see, this is where hold on, real quick. This is why I say it becomes a fine line at, because now, as a husband, as a father, you got a daughter, you got sons. Now, your job as a father and as a husband, being a protector and a provider. Chiz, Jones, you got your mama, your niece, or whatever. Chiz, we got daughters and everything. If our daughters or mamas will give that same look that Jada gave Will, you can't say you wouldn't pop off right there and there. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, it could have been a better time and a better place, but guess what?
It was embarrassing.
No, but Will reached that boiling point to where we we all did it. This is what I'm saying. I can't really judge because we all did it. It was always a time.
Yeah, we all had moments.
We had moments where we popped off at a place where it shouldn't have been popped off at. You feel what I'm saying?
Did some stuff or said some stuff that we later on regretted. You know, like, damn, I could have handled that a different way.
Yeah, but you see, I feel where Matt is coming from.
And me too.
I feel Matt is coming from totally.
But we all had moments like that.
I totally. But now, this is what I want to say, Matt. I love what you're talking about. That look that she gave him.
Yeah.
Now, listen. Let's say she gave him that look, but she was really looking at Will like that. And she saw Will getting ready to go up there on his biggest night. Why didn't she, baby, don't do that. Grab by them, don't do that. Will, don't do that.
Well, okay.
I'm going to tell you why. No. Let me tell you why. Again, Jada gloated about that shit. I'm pretty sure she gloated. Like, he went up there and took my side. He stood up to me like the queen I am, and fucked up his moment too, bitch.
Yeah. Okay, I get.
Because this is his first time ever winning Academy Award. He's been nominated before. This is his first time winning.
Like Shannon Sharp said.
Yeah.
Will was Will's protection from her.
I totally get all of that. I totally respect all of that opinion. But you can't tell me at that moment she knew what Will was going to do. Will got on the stage. He didn't. My thing is, the way the fucking walk is.
To me, she knew exactly what he was going to do.
She let him do it.
And she coerced him into it by that look.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
That's what happened.
Okay, so you saying by the look, she knew Will was going to get up.
She knew, like you said, when the females give you that look, you already know they want you to do something. Will seen that look.
Right.
She coerced him with the look.
Again, he
did something.
But in his mind, right, I get it. But to his defense, or her defense, and I'm playing devil's advocate now, it could have been a certain way. He could have went up there and had a Kanye moment, grabbed the mic or grabbed Chris, because Chris was having the mic on him, and said to him in front of his face, yo, keep my wife's name out your mouth. He didn't have to physically hit him. You feel what I'm saying?
You're right.
So at the end of the day, I don't think she knew he was going to physically smack him. I knew, he probably went up there to probably just get in his face, shake him up. You know what I mean? On some, watch your fucking mouth type shit. You feel what I'm saying? But
how about this? This was Ricky Smiley was saying. Ricky Smiley was like, if I was Will, I would have found out what exit he would have got off as he was, leaving the stage. I would have went backstage, brought him into a room and like, yo, what's up? What you said about my wife? If he'd have been like I said what I said type of attitude, he said then I would smack the shit out of him. But he said he didn't give the man a chance to even explain because how the fuck he know that your wife Jada had alopecia, that she has a condition. And, he didn't give the man a chance to explain. The man was just doing what he was paid to do. When he come here, he's a comedian.
But that's what I'm saying.
Chris been doing this for years, for decades. That's Chris been going at people.
It was more than what the fuck everybody talking about. It wasn't just about the joke, bro. It was about
I know it was bigger than that.
It was 2 years of that motherfucker holding that shit in from his wife, from the public, from everybody slandering his name. That shit, I'm telling you, because as black men, and I won't even say as black men, but as men, period. If we prideful as hell, we consume a lot of bullshit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
We consume a lot of bullshit until we get to a boiling point where sometimes we'll snap on our loved ones. You feel what I'm saying? It won't be a necessary enemy. It could be your wife could say something wrong when you had a fucked up day at work and you snapped on her. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think it wasn't even about that smack. It wasn't even about that joke. It was about all that shit he had pent up inside. And at the end of the day, again, when he said something about his wife, he felt like he needed to protect his wife. So now, at the end of the day,
we get that.
I understand the whole dynamic of that.
We get that. My thing is somewhere now. Some people feel like, hey, Will acted on his own emotion. You know how we very emotional. That's how we are. That's how we built. That's what we do. I get that part. I still feel like he had something to prove once she shot him. Now, look, I'm telling you, and she didn't care if he fucked up his own moment. That's crazy, bro. She should have been like, baby, sit down. Baby, come on back here. Not Jada ass. I think she gloated in the fact that he did that, bro.
I'm with you. If that was probably my wife or my mama or my daughter shot me that same look, I probably would have reacted the same way. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to sit here and define him and say, nah, that, we could say she put...
But on that type of platform, though, man, I think it's the woman too. I think sometimes it depends on the woman that you're dealing with. So your wife may have been like, you know what, would have grabbed your arm. I like, you know what, just wait. Catch him backstage. Catch him backstage. You got a big moment coming up.
And I get that.
It's fuck up your own shit.
No, I get that.
Yeah. Don't tarnish that. You can wait. You can wait. Catch Chris backstage and talk to him.
But that's
if you want to slap the shit out of him, go ahead.
That's why I say I'm in the middle of this shit. Because I could kind of see where Will come from. But on the flip side, with Chris, like you said, Chris was just making jokes. He there to present a award and make light of it. You know what I mean? But certain things, if he did know or if he didn't know, you got to understand what type of time we in now too. You feel what I'm saying? I just talked about you and your motherfucking wife maybe 4 years ago. You think motherfucking women gonna forget shit? You think people gonna forget?
Nah, she ain't forget that. Chris ain't one of her favorite people.
This is what I'm saying.
I put it like that.
If Jada was there alone, it would have been different. But now I got your husband there. Okay, now my street sense is like, okay, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna be careful for what I say. But Chris Rock is being Chris Rock. He ain't thinking the joke, cause you heard him when he said the joke. People was like cringing. He was like, "Oh, come on! I thought that was a good one." When he said that, the audience thought it was a little cringy. You feel what I'm saying? So now when the audience said that, that's when Will got up and did the damn thing that he did. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that was based off of not just look, it was also based off of audience response that Will heard. Because when people said it and he said it.
Because you know what? That was a bad joke anyway. I think Chris could have came up with something else to say.
But that's what...
Well,
you know,
yeah,
the timing was all fucked up.
It was
a bad time. It was bad time.
Right. It was the Jada look, and you got to think about the audience like, ooh. You know what I mean? They gave that, ooh. Because Chris, if the joke went over smooth, he wouldn't have to say, oh, I thought that was a good one. What? I thought that was a good one.
Right.
And then he came up, when Will came up, Chris is still laughing with his hand behind his back. Like, Richard. So Chris wasn't expecting it. Chris thought he was going to come up there and say some shit to him in his face and shit. But at the end of the day, he smacked the hell out of him and walked off. Again, this is again the street sense of what Jones and them talk about. After that smack and you smooth walk the fuck off like you a G, nigga, I'm fucking you up. I'm coming out this tux and we tussling on live TV. Fuck you feel
that's what it would have been. I gotta say, that's why I gave Chris. Listen, y'all gotta understand. As men, we all know. Like I said, when somebody go, I'd rather be punched in the face than bitch slapped like I am. Yeah. You walk away like I ain't do shit. So I gave Chris Rock. Don't get me wrong. I couldn't have did what Chris did. I don't think anybody on the phone did that. I give him credit for his professionalism. I truly do, because I would have been unprofessional.
Oh, come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you.
Look, because I am from, because I am from the projects. Right. And I'm about to get project-ish.
No, you're right. Don't think the WB and these motherfucking suits hold me back and shit. You know what I mean?
You better get that off your mind.
Right. But, yo, at the end of the day, since the slap, Chris Rock ticket sales with Kevin Hart tour has went up.
Okay, because you know he's going to talk about it.
That's why
I think when you were saying that it might affect Chris Rock at first, but I'm thinking it's going to benefit him.
It's going to benefit.
Yeah, because people want to hear that story. People want to hear that story. I wasn't sure how Chris. Again, I thought he was in trouble at first. I thought he was against the ropes. You know. And I was like, because once the black woman was speaking against him, I was like, oh shit, Chris. But shouldn't have done
they came out automatically. But there was some people that was understanding his side too.
Yeah, you're right, because it was all Will Smith at first.
Right.
But now Mad has said something. We did a little cheat sheet, Chiz. But Mad has said something they said. It's like, yo, Jones, I think they're gonna come more out to see what he want to say.
Right.
And I said, you know, I had to think about that. I said, yeah, you know what, man? You're right. Because you got to think, Chris did publicly apologize so far, first of all. He did publicly apologize.
Okay.
Okay, so now, March 30th, I think it starts in Boston and it moves to Newark, shit like that. I think man got a point. I think a lot of people are going to want to hear that story of how he felt and how he dealt with it.
Because controversy sells anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
But the way Chris did not react. Come on, y'all. The first time someone, listen, bro, the mic is going down, bro. Listen, maybe Chris Rock is a little smaller than me. I'm probably about Will size, somewhere good around there. No, bro, I'm sorry, man. We got it. Got to go down.
Yeah.
So I give Chris the ultimate respect for being a better man than me. Hell, how about that?
He slapped the shit out of his ass.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
you heard that shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good thing Chris dark skinned, because if he was lighter, this shit would have been black and blue.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh shit. Because at first, like I was saying before, I thought it was staged, but I was looking at it. I'm like, nah, this is real shit that's happening.
But let me bring this over to you. You know, there's people that still think it's staged, right?
I'm pretty sure of that. Yeah.
There's some cynical motherfuckers out there. Listen, I think it's still staged. They both great actors.
Right.
You know, to play that shit off. Some people still a little cynical about it. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, that shit was real life.
Well,
I believe it was real.
You got actors
real.
and stuff like Alec Baldwin and stuff taking up for Chris Rock. The Academy still, they saying they can't strip Will from the trophy, but what they can do is suspend them and stuff like that. So they still got that on the table, pending disciplinary actions. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah, it was embarrassing. You know, it was plenty different ways Will could handle that particular situation.
I think they go.
It was embarrassing.
I think they gonna suspend Will for like a year over this shit. That's just personally me.
Now, let me ask y'all this. Okay, this is the first Oscars since the COVID. First Oscars, and it was choreographed by a black man named Will Packer.
Yeah.
Now, this could. Okay, first of all, Will Packer, he's been around a while, and he's done Boys to Men. He had hands on a lot of different. Boys in the Hood. His resume is long. It's crazy. Right.
Think Like a Man, all that.
Now, should Will Packer have to pay for Will Smith? See, because it affected something other than just Chris and Will. He's the first black man to kind of really do this shit. Now, should he have to pay for Will Smith's actions? Because they're talking about that.
Hell no. I don't think so, because he knew that was going to happen. You know, I don't think he should share accountability for that. I think Will should.
Well,
Will was involved.
The thing that they try to bring up with his situation is, and who really knew how to handle it? I get it. But, why wasn't Will escorted out after he hit him?
Oh, yeah, that too.
Right. So they were trying to make Will stay, but Will didn't want to stay. Will Packer should have let his motherfucking ass go.
Well, at the end of the day...
See, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Will Smith liked that shit. They sending Denzel over there, yo, stay, my brother. You know how Denzel talk. They sending Tyler, stay, yo, Will stay. It's a big night. See, now, I get that. Will Packer sending all them people over there so Will can stay. Now, how do you handle that if you Will Packer? I get that. Stick around. But, some people feel like Will Packer didn't handle it right. He should have been escorted out right after that. So now, you see, this is what I'm trying to say. This thing has
because that was assault live on TV.
Absolutely. This wasn't the movies. This wasn't Will acting. This is Will acting out. But why wasn't he escorted out? Did Will Packer handle that wrong by having?
You got a point. I ain't think about that.
Right. I know you. Listen, that's what I'm trying to say. With this thing, there's so many different layers to it. Besides taking sides, should Will Packer have to pay for this shit? Come on, man.
But let me ask you a question. Why the fuck they pointing out just Will Packer? Because he's the only black producer that's coordinating this shit? Well, it's other people. It's a whole academy, a SAG Academy Award union that they have. It's other executive producers that do this shit. Why the fuck they just pointing out Will Packer for Will Smith's actions? See, that's the shit that kind of pissed me off, because now you putting us in a box. Oh, because the black man did this. The black man should be able to handle him and escort him out. Will Packer ain't the only fucking one that put his fucking money up for this shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. I can say it, but you gotta understand. You gotta understand, man.
That ain't right.
Man, I get what you're saying, but this is black people saying it. Debbie Allen, because she choreographed some Oscars too, so she supports Will Packer. So she understood what he was going through. Debbie Allen. So the support. These are black people. That's us that's saying it in support of Will Packer that shouldn't have to pay for Will Smith's actions. It's not the white people saying that shit. It's us saying it. It's people that worked in them. Debbie Allen is legendary. So he was the first black man that had that shot. And it just, he didn't, listen, I don't think Will Packer should pay for that shit. No. Hell no. Now, once I saw Debbie Allen show that love, I said, you know what? Go ahead, sister. Just as she should have. Because she know he about to catch it. Because the white man, he's flipping on the white side. Yeah, see, that's why we never invite him anywhere. We gave this guy a shot. That's going to happen, too. They may not openly say that, but behind closed doors, they saying that shit.
Probably. Just because he's black. Because I'm pretty sure if it was a white person doing it, and say shit went down, that white person be excluded from any type of blame.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, absolutely.
It ain't right. It ain't right.
It ain't right. No, it ain't right. I don't think he should have to pay. But that's what they would say.
Nobody put a gun to Will Head and say smack the shit out of Chris Rock. That was his own personal choice and decision to do that.
I agree.
Right. Live on TV.
I
thought that was an interesting. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry, bro.
I don't think Will Packer should be responsible for another grown ass man's actions. 1, 2.
Yeah.
If you're gonna leave it up to the Academy, because the Academy again has bylaws and code of conducts to this shit, just like they did Harvey Weinstein, just like they did just like they did Bill Cosby. They suspended all of these people who had allegations and everything else. So guess what? With a physical altercation, give Will a fucking suspension. That's it. Give him a suspension. Hey, Will, because of this shit, hey, we got to suspend you for a year and find you whatever. That's it.
He got to eat it, and I think he will understand, like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I fucked up.
It's going to come out of his pockets.
You know, I lost my cool.
It's going to come out of his pockets regardless of the fact. My thing is how it's going, because you see the first thing he did was apologize to the Academy. Because he know.
Because he already know.
He know, right. The Academy, at the end of the day, regardless of what movie you put out next year or whatever, the Academy now, you suspended from it. You suspended for a year. So you can't, that means you don't got no right to vote. That means you don't got no right to do anything as far as it pertains to SAG. You know what I mean? Screen Actors and Guild. So at the end of the day, I mean, they got a whole actors union for this shit. I mean, my whole thing is, bro, you gonna either get hit with a fine or a suspension. But they same way they did Harvey Weinstein, they did Bill Cosby, they stripped them for all of their rights in that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I believe he, you know what I mean? Hey, you assaulted that man on live TV, you gotta get a suspension for it.
And then they said they said the LAPD was there, and they was asking Chris, do he want to press charges? And Chris was like, no.
But see, that's the thing too. In Los Angeles law, for what I understand, the prosecution can actually pick the case up.
Yeah, they can. Yeah. If they sure was asking him if he wanted to press charges.
Right.
They was asking him.
So that's another whole nother thing too. Now you got the Academy is sitting there with the lawmakers over there on a prosecution level. Now how they gonna handle this? See, there's a whole big clusterfuck that's rolling down with this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
And I'm gonna tell you at the end of the day, somebody gonna make an example out of Will for doing this.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I was gonna say that.
It's two black men, but Chris Rock is more likable probably with white people than Will is.
I don't know. That's an even battle.
I think so too.
Yeah, because before this slap, Will was very well received in the white community as well. So, but now with this, maybe he's not well received in the white community.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
He didn't show his ghetto side.
Look. Oh, Will was doing too much.
I'm telling you, Will showed them he was from Philly for real. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying. Now with that slap, you just gave Chris the only upper hand of, being victimized. Oh, it wasn't right and this, that. And Chris is probably going to ride that wave. When you got motherfuckers like Alec Baldwin and all these other white actors and stuff siding with Chris Rock saying, hey Chris, man, sorry for you. You know what I mean? You did a great job. We expect to see a Jerry Springer show and all this other shit. Man, listen, it might be a rap for Will for a minute. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie.
It's gonna hurt his pockets for a minute. I mean, all in all, Will's okay. Don't get it fucked up. Like, money ain't wealthy. Listen, bro. I mean, he's gonna just have to eat some crow for a minute. It'll hit the pockets a little bit.
Well, I think Will needs to go. Will got, like, you can tell, like man was saying, it was more than just the remark that Chris made. It's a whole bunch of shit that I think they need to go talk to somebody. They need fucking counseling. They need everything. Him and Jada.
I think it's Jada Pinkett's pussy.
But I when he put the book out, and somebody said he got in his memoirs that he always felt like a coward because he seen his father abuse his mama. He said it was to the point where his father punched his mother so bad that blood came out of her mouth. You know what I mean?
Right.
And when his father got old and he had health issues and he was in a wheelchair, he always used to have thoughts of pushing his father over in the wheelchair. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So this is what I'm saying. That's why he probably feel like he had to do that with Jada because of based off his childhood, bro, of what he's seen.
Well, that's why he need help. He needs some help because that's underlying issues that he's holding on to.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
And how old is Will? Will in his 50s? That's a long time to be holding on to that shit.
But, bro, it's a stain in your brain for life. How many times? No matter what you seen in your childhood, bro, you gonna remember certain.
I understand that.
You go.
Yeah.
And the fact
that's why I say he needs some type of counseling or something.
He felt like
because if he got this rage in him that he's still 50-year-old, he's past 50 in his 50s, and he still got this rage from what happened with his mother and father while he was a kid. Like, what can you do while you a kid? If God forbid your father is beating up on your mother and you a kid, what can you do?
But he felt that's
right
in his mind. In his mind, he felt like he was a coward because he felt like he could have stepped in and you know what I mean, or hit his dad.
I understand that. Well, she could have did something. Yeah,
bro. You know,
so he blaming himself for that.
Yeah. And that's why the actuality of protecting kicks in the mode of being a protector as a man. We breed it to be a protector of your house. You feel what I'm saying? You go out, you bring home the motherfucking food, what they call the bacon, and you be the protector of the house. That's all we was bred to do as little kids.
But him trying to be a protector, which came off as him being a bully.
This is what it's a gift and a curse, right? It's a gift and a curse. This is what I'm saying.
Because he ain't had to put his hands on. It's my thing. Once you put your hands on somebody, hey, gloves is off. You know.
I'm gonna tell you this though. On the lighter side, Chris Rock needs some self-defense class or some shit going. I mean, at the end of the day, what the fuck? You not gonna let no grown
man. He took that trap.
Right. I'm not gonna let no grown man roll up on me and my hands is still behind me.
Yeah.
Fuck that. And then on top of that, you let the man slap you and let him walk back to his seat? Come on, Chris, now. You supposed to be from New York. You supposed to be from Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy. That was not, you been removed from New York too long, brother. Because I'm telling you.
And then he was cussing him out from his, once he got back to his seat, he was cussing him out.
Right. And I get it, Will Smith.
I'm like, yo.
And my whole thing is, they talking about, oh, Will Smith is a big dude, and, you know, Chris Rock. Look, man, fuck that. David sling Goliath. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. At that time, when you smacking me, goddammit, or even, my thing is, I'm not even giving you a chance to roll up on me that close. After I said what I said about your wife or doing a little joke, and I know your intentions is to come on stage. You're not supposed to be on stage. Right? Because that's not, they saying it's not written. It was a stage, right? So in my mind, I know you're not supposed to be on stage. Guess what I'm doing? I'm going in defense mode like a motherfucker, Chiz. Fuck that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not holding my...
Because we all know that. We all know that as men. Another man walking up on you like that.
Bruh.
You already know. It's about to go down.
Right. He not coming up there to motherfucking shake your hand or to joke.
Or hug you or something.
Right. You just pulled a joke on his wife. You look at this man's face. You even laughing and saying, uh-oh, Richard. So you see the motherfucking look on this man's face. Bruh. What the fuck? Why would you sit there? Bruh, I don't know, bruh.
He took that slap and just was joking about it.
Until it really settled in and he was like, oh, Will Smith slapped the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he slapped the dog shit out of you. You just realizing that? He slapped the dog shit out of you and Smooth walked off and went back to his seat and then chumped you off out of his seat.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, come on, bruh. Nah, at this point, we gotta shoot the fade, bruh. Fuck that.
Yeah.
We got, like Shannon Sharp said, you gonna beat me or I'm gonna beat you, but every time we see each other is on site at this point.
On site.
It's on site. I don't give a fuck where
we ain't talking.
We not talking.
We ain't talking because it could have been talked about. Like I said, Will could have went backstage, talked to him. If like I said, if Chris would have been like, well, I said what I said, then smack the shit out of him.
But you know what, though?
You know, but Chris was like apologetic about it. Like, oh, I didn't know this, that, and such. I apologize. And if you don't mind, I would like to apologize to Jada. You know, could have, smoothed it off. But no.
So, you know what? I think that it's hard to respect Will on that situation, see. It could have been the moment he snapped. But if it was somebody other than Chris Rock up there on that stage, it could have been fucking hell. It could have been Chris Tucker. I bet you, I guarantee Will Smith wouldn't try that shit.
Oh, no.
He wouldn't try that shit with Jamie Foxx because Jamie Foxx wouldn't have gave a fuck, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, it was a matter of you picking your battles on this one. You did.
We get that. We get that.
He was I was thinking like Chris was a chump or something. That's why he did it like that.
That's why it was a bitch move. I get picking your battles, but in that situation, for that particular platform, that was a total... Okay, let's go ingenious. Now, what more of a classic way than a bigger stage than the Oscars to tell everybody, don't disrespect my wife. Mm-hmm. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. If you really think about it, that's kind of brilliant. Yeah. The biggest stage in the world, he goes, keep my wife's mouth out your, whatever, name out your fucking mouth. Think how brilliant that is, though.
I would have pulled the Birdman on him. Are we finished or are we done it?
Hey, my thing is, when you said that just now, it made me think about what the internet said. Because you know the internet is brutal. So when they
Oh, the memes.
the motherfucker said, we'll talk about keeping wife name out your mouth, but August had more than just her name in his mouth and shit.
No.
I was like,
Yeah.
Oh, and did you see the one where they had Jada, and it was like, but that was Tupac. He would have shot him.
yeah, I seen that one.
I thought, oh, that's fucked up.
I seen the Everybody Hates Chris logo. I seen the one who was smoking a crack pipe as Pookie and shit. Talking about, damn, Will. The internet is brutal, bro. I ain't gonna lie. My whole thing is, like Shannon said, I hate the fact that it's two black male. I hate the fact that it's black men showing, again, white America.
And they showing division. Division instead of unity. Like we ain't monsters. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could sit down and talk. We don't have to fight. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about it. And if we don't come to an agreement and you still want to slap the shit out of them, go ahead and slap the shit out of them.
Yeah, we fought hard. We fought hard to get to that table, man, at the Oscars. And
absolutely. Absolutely,
like
brother.
It was just crazy, you know what I mean?
One of his biggest night, first ever Oscar. From this bullshit.
There's gonna be a big asterisk next to Will Smith's name. Big asterisk. This particular topic make me think about. See, I think everybody need to go back and listen to Jay-Z story of OJ with that damn chorus. When you think about that chorus and them two brothers up there. I'm just saying.
Hey, I agree with you. It just culturally bad. You know what I mean?
It's a bad look
overall.
It could have been a great moment. You know what I mean?
I mean, at the end of the day, you can say Chris Rock is probably going to benefit off of this slap. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, yeah.
He's gonna.
It ain't look good for him at first, but he is gonna be. Man, you're right. You had said that. He's gonna benefit.
It's gonna benefit.
Yeah.
Everybody is gonna buy.
And I can see he could take a pimp slap too.
Hey, that man got a strong jaw.
Yo, he took that slap.
Look, at least he ain't got a glass jaw.
Yeah. I ain't gonna front, bro.
That slap was hard.
Listen, if I would have took that punch the way Chris took it, at that point, I'm suing. Bro.
Right.
My jaw hurt. I got a tour going on. I'm gonna make more off motherfucking Will Smith paying me than my actual tour. Think about it. You just hurt this man and the money maker, bro. He talks and tells jokes for a living. He need his jaw. You feel what I'm saying? My shit, if I'm waking up the next day and I'm Chris Rock, my shit hurt. I got a hairline, jaw fracture, every fucking thing. Will got to come out of pocket for all that shit.
Hey, man, should we just call Chris Rock Jawbone?
Jawbone, you know what I mean?
What the fuck you looking at?
Yo.
You want me to see?
Cause that was a wide, Will had his fingers all spread out.
Yeah.
It was a wide hand. That shit just was nuts.
Nick, you gonna have to punch me. I'm not taking no open slap. God damn it, punch me.
Yeah.
I'd rather you punch me in the jaw than to actual slap me. Fuck that.
Yeah.
It's about principle and respect at this point. But yo, this is what we gonna do, because we killed the hour with this topic, for real. Yo, we gonna go to a musical break. We gonna come right back right here on Theory of the Culture Show, because we ain't no motherfucking vulture show. And we gonna start a GoFundMe for Chris Rock to get him some self-defense fucking class out this bitch. You feel what I'm saying? Right here.
That's real rap.
All built for this network, man. Let's go.
Bless the still, step out, dress to kill. Spark the L. What up, Doc? What the deal? clock the squill, the MC overkill. Certified silver dust 35 mil. Jumping out planes, docks the name, cock the flame, back to relieve the pain. Hater, itch before dope, piss capone. Hit the safe for case, should've switched the code. Nigga, sneak a pound through custom drug hounds. Down to rob your neighborhood wall bounds. Me and my man jumping out sedans, tapping your jaw like Sugar Ray did the Ren. I execute like wars in Beirut. 22-inch rims, the parachute out the Lex coupe. The rhythm hit him without the venom in him. Pin him, skin him with the shit. I pull out the John Lennon. Dog style, your girl smoking a lot. I been had a demo before riding high. Buy a whip straight up, cash out the car lot. Clorox your Fort Knox to y'all call SWAT. Fight off your ear for a silver deer. Switch from red to Roy, give you primal fear. If you don't throw the click, then you smoke, you're wet. Phone knock Def Squad from the Jersey set. Wild the fuck out, smoke the fuck out, drink the fuck out, freak the fuck out, bug the fuck out, scream the fuck out, black the fuck out, act the fuck out. Do you feel it in your body? Shake your snake. Do you feel it in your body? Shake your snake. Do you wanna rock a body? Shake your snake. Do you wanna get naughty? Shake your snake. I think the heat is on. 97 cheat you choke. I'm reaching y'all. Right on me, palm. It's like the Cape on spawn. Active frequency, trip the car along. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Got moves to make. Choose the date. Today you hallucinate. Smoking me out without war. Torn ghettos. Opposite of good fellows. The narrow. Go to any borough who rock the mic Darrow. Got your wife saying, not tonight. Hello. Money talk. Bullshit walk ass Chris. The Baptist. Roll Garcias with hash shits. You need classes for practice. To tap this. Jurassic. Craft shaft. Nasty ass bitch. Hot potato. Drop the data. Ganja emancipation proclamator. Lock shit down. Cock the pound. No doubt. As a juvenile brought Cazals off canal. Brick City be the pros and wildin' out. Off at the mouth. Get dressed like thousand now. Got a degree on the hash of the leak. Eat crash in the V while we master the P. I bees by the body. Cause a low mileage. Blacker. Big Jaja. Kapor cha-cha. Spit something to you to turn your eyes cockeyed. Down with the outs. You're trembling. Picking up the pin again and drilling. Got impact like DJ threw on Benjamin Cinnamon. Hit you with your thongs and your Timberland. Fuck ya, rob ya, cops say it's the begin. Jump the fuck out, jump the fuck out, sweat the fuck out, pass the fuck out, black the fuck out, flip the fuck out, drunk the fuck out, fuck the fuck out. You feel it in your body? You feel it in your body? Do you wanna rock a body? Do you wanna get dirty?
Pep in the pew, I ain't messing with you or stressing your crew. Your own niggas be testing you too. Fucking with you, making your bitch unbuckle a shoe. Watching this bitch while she already know what she wanna do. She follow me home and on the way she swallow me bone. The Don Corleone, she wildin' all inside of my zone. Come on, bitch, let me creep you out, peeping you out, sneaking you out, over to my crib, freaking you out. Ever ready now? Turn up the telly, turn off the celly. The way I be hitting it got you sweating, making you smelly. Shit funky like your mother with a stinking ass. Type of shit that I had you aggy and ready to blast. Maybe just hold a second and give me your chance. Let me go put my rubber on so that we really can dance. Now we hugging, you know we fucking until my nut bust out. Cardiac arrest of the pussy and pass the fuck out.
We are back right here. Built for this network, Theory of the Culture Show. Your boy Mad Notch, Chiz Roundtree, and Earl Jones. Yeah, bruh. Talking about the whole Will Smith situation, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My thing is, hey, I'ma tell you, that motherfucker Jada got some pussy that I don't even want. You feel what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah, you a pass. I'll pass.
If that pussy make you go and slap another black man
on live television
and make you take all the bullshit of what she said publicly and you still love her old stinking ass, I'ma tell you, I don't want none of that pussy. For real.
Yeah, I've been going.
Her and Erykah Badu could keep they pussy where it's at. Her and Erykah Badu. I'm telling you, man.
They some goddamn witches.
And them goddamn Kardashians, too. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
They all could keep that shit over there, bro. That motherfucker.
Because you see, they suspended Kanye because he was going to perform on the Grammys, and now he's not.
Yeah, I seen that, and they
from all his comments on social media and stuff.
Right, because
I'm not sure if he's still nominated. So I think he's nominated for 2, but they won't let him perform.
Right, Dame Dash went up there and said that was some bullshit, like he was defending Kanye on that.
Yeah. Dame was like, "Oh, we should start our own, do our own version of the Grammys."
But bro, that always been the talk, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
BET Awards is like the black people's Grammys. That's why we cater more to BET than anything else. You feel what I'm saying? But yo, there's enough millionaires and stuff out there that can put that shit together, bro. They really can.
Yeah.
They really can.
Yeah, because we know this for a fact. The Grammys, you know, they get it right sometimes. Sometimes they get it 30% right. Sometimes they get it 40. Sometimes they get it 50. But never 100%. Yeah.
Because they don't got too many of our culture on the panel. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They only probably, who was it? I don't know. I remember they said Knife Wonder was probably like the last one that was on the panel. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah, I remember hearing that.
It's not enough of us on that motherfucking round table of voting. You probably got a bunch of fucking people who sit around listening to fucking country all day. No disrespect to country, but they don't
know shit about hip hop.
Right? They don't know nothing about our culture, and what they do is go into the numbers game. Oh, this person had better stream numbers than this person, so this person should be eligible. Come on, bro. You know what I mean? People, we like Erykah Badu said, we are artists and we're sensitive about our shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's real talk.
Yeah, just because a person is streaming more, it only means they're more popular. But the other artists could be more talented,
bro,
than the artists that's streaming more.
How many times you bought an album, Chiz, right? You thinking from your best artist, you thinking, okay, let me spend my little $10-15, whatever it cost it, right? You hear the album, but you hear somebody else's album that ain't even got the motherfucking machine behind the motherfucker, but they album 10 times dope than a regular major artist.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro,
I've been through that situation a whole bunch of times.
Right.
Like the popular artists, sometimes we having duds.
Duds, bro. Straight up duds. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, I mean, Kanye West.
And then they be having all these, top producers with the big names, and it's still a dud when you have an artist that's more talented, that got, hungry and up-and-coming producers on it, and the shit just is crazy.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about, that's what I want to talk about with Jones, because Jones been in the group. Slaughterhouse. Okay.
Oh.
If you don't know, Slaughterhouse was contained with Joe Budden, Royce the 5'9", King Crooked Eye from the West Coast people, and Joel Ortiz. So Joel Ortiz and Crooked came out recently with the rise and fall of Slaughterhouse, which naturally Royce the 5'9" went on Joe Budden podcast. I don't know if you've seen the Chiz, and
yeah, I seen it. Yeah,
and let out his feelings about it, and he felt like, yo, you just literally fucked up the brand with this bullshit album.
Yeah, because I remember first they did the live. I think it was Joel. First it was Joe. It was Joe, Royce, and then Joel came on it like a few minutes later. I think that's when they started going back and forth. I think Joe told Joel the stuff is dead or whatever that was. They started cussing them out. They both started going at it with each other, and I was like, I felt as though it just, to see them brothers going through that, I don't know, like, where it went wrong, because they was actually a dope ass group,
Where it went wrong is the fact that, okay, Crooked and Joel Ortiz wanted to do the next Slaughterhouse album, right? But Joe Budden said he was retired. So they was trying to figure that part out. Now they was trying to get Royce the 5'9" to just do the 3-man group, where Royce is like, yo, Slaughterhouse was never a 3-man group. I'm not doing that because Joe is a part of us. You know what I mean? It was always 4.
Yeah.
So
if we get Joe, I'm not doing it at all.
Right. And now this is my thing, and this is what I got out of Royce the 5'9" off of the Joe Budden interview. Him and Royce had the conversation. Matter of fact, he said they all had a Zoom conversation. Okay, listen. Joe is not gonna rap long as the brand is on Shady Records, which is Eminem's label. So, when they did all the paperwork to get the brand off the motherfucking Shady, Joe Buttons was like, okay, once the brand is off Shady, we can fund this shit ourselves. It's 4-man group. We got enough money to put this shit out ourselves, fund the album ourselves, because Royce got his own studio. You feel what I'm saying? So it ain't like...
having studio, something like that.
Right. So Royce got his own studio, so it ain't like motherfuckers gotta pay for studio time. You know what I mean? And then we could do whatever we want. Okay, they recorded some of the second album, which was supposed to be called Glass House. You feel what I'm saying? So naturally, Glass House, Shady put the budget up for that. So you can't record none of that. Okay, cool. That's just a lost cause. But what Royce was saying, once we got the motherfucking brand off the label, we could have went to an independent label like Empire or some shit. You feel what I'm saying? Fund up, put enough money up to get right down the producers we want to fuck with. You feel what I'm saying? And then motherfucking put our own shit together. But Jewel and Crooked took it as Royce was taking Joe's side and not doing this shit at all. So they decided to be like, fuck it. Yo, we just gonna be our own group. We dismantling the name and everything else. But how Royce the 5'9" feel at this point is, if you saying you're over Slaughterhouse, you have to put that on paperwork. Because right now, all 4 of them own 25% of Slaughterhouse. But if you're really saying this is the rise and fall of Slaughterhouse, put that on paperwork, which is true. Cause you can
it's only right.
You can sit here and tell me, mad, I ain't fucking with the rise and fall, front ground, all this other shit. But until you put that on paperwork that you're over the fucking brand and the label, you basically put out some bullshit and without quality. And at the end of the day, guess what? With the Slaughterhouse name on it, Joe Buttons and Roy still get a percentage of the shit.
Yeah, because Crooked was like, he set up the deal with a distribution deal. So he was like, whatever Joe wants, he said, first of all, what he presented to them as far as the details of the deal was pretty good. But he was like, Joe was like, no. He was like, he told Royce, tell Joe to call me. He's like, all right. Joe said he gonna call you in an hour. Crooked like, Joe never called. Crooked like, whatever he want, we could go back in, because Crooked was like, I got called. So whatever he want, we could adjust it so we all could get in and put out this project. He said, I never heard from Joe. He said, months passed. So he was like, me and Joel decided just to do it.
But
so that's out of the story or whatever.
But
I'm not saying whether that was right or wrong, but that's his words,
And it could be right, but guess who Paul works for? Eminem. You see what I'm saying? So why the fuck Joe Buttons, who was beefing on Eminem and wanted I'm not rapping no more on Shady Records, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Do a deal with Eminem's manager at that point. That's like you still fucking with Shady Records on the low. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, they still managed by Paul?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Still runs, yeah, bro. He still got equity in Shady Records, bro. This is what I'm saying. That's why I'm not even mad at Joe, because Joe been around the block. He been do deals where they fucked him over from Def Jam on. Joe is like, bro, we can do this shit just like we put the Sweat Equity and everything else to put Slaughterhouse the fuck together. We could motherfucking take this shit independently and kill it. We don't really need nobody. Okay, we with a small distribution like motherfucking Empire or whatever, or we can even fund it and throw it out ourselves. We got a hardcore fan base who fuck with us. You feel what I'm saying? We'll be alright independently. But they do good. Now, so they do awesome. Especially if you add touring to that. But Crooked and them wanna fuck with other people. See, this is like the case of what Dame Dash and Jay-Z went through. Jay-Z wanted to do shit. Dame always wanted to be independent and owning his own shit.
Yeah, and then Crooked tried to flip it on Joe, because Crooked, like, I forgot what interview Crooked was doing, because he was on a little press run after they dropped that project. Right. And he was like, Joe was always sabotaging shit anyway. Because he said, he said in the history of Slaughterhouse, Joe always was sabotaging shit.
And Joe admitted that. Yes, he was fucking drugs and everything. So he used to not give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. But becoming,
his little, he had little things against him. Yeah. And he was going against back and forth with him.
Motherfucker was on drugs. He was beefing with the head of the label. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna sit here and act like I'm happy to rap, where nationality is. This guy don't like me. Nobody likes me in the building. You know what I mean? And we probably getting fucked over on everything else, as far as the leverage of having our masters.
Except Royce. And the Royce is like the closest.
But this is what I'm saying. Royce is the only.
Because Crooked was like, Joe is not really my friend. He's like, that's Royce's friend. He's like, me and Joel are friends. And he was like, me and Royce are friends, and Royce and Joel are friends. And he said, Joe was only real friends with Royce.
Man, it just was like they came together.
It's a hot mess.
And they parted when they went to their own cities. They parted ways, man. So it really wasn't no camaraderie in the group. Like,
no, I think they should have left it like that. I don't think Joel and Crooked should have did nothing with that Slaughterhouse name to it. They wanted to do another project, name it something else, or just name it Joel Ortiz and Crooked.
That's what Royce
and do something like that
was saying. That's what Royce was saying. Like, how you gonna say the fall of Slaughterhouse, but on the contrary, if I'm trying to sell a Slaughterhouse merch, it's confusing the fans at this point. You feel what I'm saying?
And Royce got a point. Royce got a major point with that.
That's right.
It's bad for business.
It's just bad. Like,
it's terrible.
Yeah, man. So, hey, bro, the industry. I wouldn't even say the industry. It's just like, with a 4-man group, man, it's kind of hard. But Jones back on.
Yeah, I'm here, man. I'm checking y'all out. Talking about Slaughterhouse, man. Yeah.
I wanted to get your opinion, because you've been in several groups and stuff like that where this situation of Slaughterhouse happened. You know what I mean? So, right. Over the years, I just wanted to get your back end view on what you think about it, brother. Like, on the contrary of what we was just talking about.
I mean, if you talk about their situation would be totally different from my situation in groups, you know what I'm saying? But like, I mean, listen, man, you come out the way they came out, years have gone by, now they have full control of shit, where they can kind of do that shit independently. I like what y'all talking about with that, in terms of them trying to do that, good core audience. I really just think it really comes down to that situation, personalities, business, and do we still want to fuck with it? or do we just not want to fuck with it?
Right.
Because you're gonna have people that's gonna want to fuck with the shit again. Oh, let's get the band back together type shit.
Yeah.
And then, you got Joe Budden that was used to sabotage shit anyway. Hey man, listen, groups are just rough. They're just rough. That's why a lot of artists go dolo. If you look at what you're talking about with Royce 5'9", all that stuff like that.
Right.
It's just a hard hustle with groups because everyone's gonna have a different agenda, or if you got like a 4-man group, two gonna take sides, and that's clearly what's happening. Yeah, exactly. It's simple 101, bro. Like that. Listen, it probably just never happens. As a group.
Hey.
Would it be profitable enough? Or could be absolutely. They got a core audience,
right?
But the rest of it's pride, and you gotta admit, it's so many years gone by with those guys. When I hear those names, I go, God damn. They all went in other directions.
And the crazy part is, I feel you. And the crazy part is, Royce said this is like one of the things that he actually owns, other than his name.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So he feels some type of way. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
and I don't blame him. I do not blame him.
They
should have left that alone.
And the crazy part, he said Joe Buttons ain't really say he was going. Once they got the Slaughterhouse name off of Shady, Joe called them the next day, was like, yo, so what's up with the album? Let's go. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Joe just wasn't trying to give them motherfuckers over there on Shady Records the time and his energy. You know what I mean? He wasn't trying to give them that sweat equity. So once they took the brand and owned it outright, 100%, all of them, Joe was like, okay, what's up with the album? Let's go. But now you got Crooked in them who still doing business with the same motherfuckers Joe Buttons don't fuck with. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It causes a wedge between the group.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Joe Budden's doing too much.
No, but see, I could kind of, okay, if I'm, and Jones, you know the business too. If you at a label where they don't really fuck with you, why would you give them that sweat equity, bro?
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm not giving you another motherfucking album. Guess what? Okay.
Yeah.
Royce and M got a relationship with Royce. Fuck with the deal. They love Royce over there. You feel what I'm saying? Motherfucker got the label, got the whole brand, the Slaughterhouse name and everything. Yo, we want 100%. Y'all can keep whatever, but we want 100% our shit. All right, cool. Sign it all, boom. Slaughterhouse own they shit now. All 4 of them, 25% apiece. 4 brothers.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
Y'all own y'all shit. Y'all got a nice hardcore base where people still fuck with y'all as a group. You feel what I'm saying? Brother, now Joe Buttons is like, okay, let's rap. Let's make a record.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I could promote, I got a fucking famous podcast. You know what I mean? I could promote that shit. We all independently super dope because we all came together as solo artists anyway. You feel what I'm saying? So we all got our individual hardcore base. We fucking put that and fund that shit out ourselves and let's go. Which is the natural shit to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. 100% right. Hey, man, listen, man. Hey. I got you doing too much, man.
Oh, we got you doing too much? Okay. All right.
I got a little something. I got, how the South say, I got something to say. Well, Earl got something to
say. Say what you got to say, brother.
Nah, man, you got to bring it in, man. You got to bring it in when you're doing too much. You just can't do it. You do.
Okay.
You just can't. You can't just. Nah, hey, man. we about to go.
I
ain't just doing it. You doing too much about your intro, man. You ain't having it, man. Let's go, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen. This segment right here is called "You Doing Too Much for our for our first time listeners. You Doing Too Much was actually created by our own Chiz Roundtree, where anybody and everybody, like from your mama to your baby to your husband to anybody, can get to you doing too much, basically. You feel what I'm saying? What we don't mess with, and I continue to say this every show, is the Most High or the dead, because me and my crew is not going to hell for none of y'all. I'm telling you, I'm trying to get to the pearly gates for real. You know what I mean? Straight up.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Without further ado, my brother Jones, what you got?
Hey, man. Hey, man.
What's up?
Hey, man. Now, I know the last show, people was talking about me in that chat room. Talking about Earl is saucy. Who was it? Man. Chief and them. I'm gonna call out Chief and them. Yo, Earl just sounded saucy over there. Well, guess what? God damn it, I'm saucy again. I was saucy last time, and I'm saucy now. See, because who was it? It was Chief and who else, man?
It
was Degraded. Oh, Degraded. Oh, Lord. Oh, never mind.
People.
Yeah, now, Degraded, listen, man. D-long ass intro.
Yo.
First of all, who else was it? Was it anybody else that I need to call out? Was the H-Rap? Was the H-Rap in them too?
No,
I don't think so. Okay, it wasn't H-Rap. Okay, my bad, my good brother. But that daggone Chief and that D-long ass intro. Oh, he's salty. You're goddamn right. Cause look, I work 2 jobs, right? And goddamn it, when I break, goddamn it, I'll break on my day off. You know, I'm Bernie Mac all the way, right? So y'all calling me. You know, naturally, I might not be in the chat room too cool. I'm trying to work on that, by the way, y'all. But I heard that they was talking about them. Y'all be saucy too sometimes. I'm pretty sure that when y'all do y'all damn shows, Chief, you know, D-long ass intro, y'all be saucy too. Every once in a while, I guess.
Hey, I heard they.
But damn it,
I heard they gonna call you EJ the Sauce Man and shit.
Oh man, just call me E and J all day, baby. You know. Nah, but I love my chat room. I love my brothers out there. I just heard that's what y'all said about me, and guess what? I'm saucy today too. That's my day off. But there's another you doing too much. I had wanted to address.
What's up?
Now, man.
Mm-hmm.
Before you get the shovel, right? It's not so much about you was doing too much. It was about one of your coworkers doing too much.
Oh.
Okay, so one day, hold on, man. I'm gonna try to refresh your memory. So one day, this is when I was getting off at 10 o'clock. You know, Mad get off at 11, y'all. So I get in the car, Mad pick up the phone. You know, we call it the drive home, y'all. When I call Mad, sometimes I'm in my car, we call it the drive home. Yo, Jones, you on the drive home? Yeah, I'm on the drive home, man. Yo, what's up, bro? You know, this and the third. So I'm on the drive home, man. And this dude, y'all gotta understand, Bill, for this. A lot of people love Mad. They love to come to his booth and talk to him because Mad actually listens and gives you honest feedback. He's a likable guy. So this guy, now all of a sudden, all I hear is this Mad. Hold on, Jones. All right, cool. So whoever the guy was, and man, let me tell the story without want to tell it, because I had to ride through this bullshit. I think Chiz starting to laugh because he know I'm about to go, right?
Yeah, I know exactly where you're going.
You're right. So this dude starts talking to Mad. Understand? Everybody fucks with Mad. It's about this trip to DR. And he comes in the booth, Mad, you know, you gotta understand, Mad sitting down there, he spin his chair around, start listening to the dude, right? Mm-hmm. So the dude, hey man, we went to DR, man, and, you know, I took my girl down there, and, little bit, I fucked around with some chick, man, and, you buy it for real cheap over there, right? And I was like, he was like, well, I saw the chick after I fucked her, but I was with my girl, and we were at this wedding type shit. I guess he was at some type sort of wedding.
Right.
So then he starts talking about cigars to Mad, right? Because everybody know Mad likes to smoke cigars, right? Mm-hmm. And now he goes, yeah, I smoke those too. I smoke like 20 of them, right? First of all, he lying on his dick, saying that he fucked one of the Dominican prostitutes and shit. And he's like, wow, man, I was talking to her and she was so beautiful. And, I just couldn't understand why such a beautiful woman would do something like this. Meanwhile, you allegedly sticking your Johnson up in her while your girl in the room down the way, right? So then he go into like the cigars. I was mad. I don't know if Mad was puffing the cigar at the same time. He was talking to the dude. He was, oh yeah, I like those cigars. And, I must have smoked 20 of them while I was over there. I said, first of all, he's trying to press Mad so hard that he lying on his dick. He lying on a cigar game. And you can hear Mad, like, damn, 20, yo, that's crazy. Mad know that motherfucker ain't smoked no goddamn 20 cigars. So now I'm starting to go, Mad ain't nobody's dummy, first of all, because Mad knows it takes a while to blow them things. Right? So now I'm sitting there listening to this guy. First of all, he sounded like a straight nerd. Cheers. Remember I was telling you? I was like, yeah. And then Mad on the drive home got me on hold like a bitch, and I got to sit there and listen to this motherfucker. So Mad got me on hold like I'm a bitch, right? So I said, okay, I'm gonna listen to this motherfucker because I know he lying on his dick and he lying on his cigar game. So now he starts. What the fuck else was this dude saying? He was saying how festive everything was. I get that, this, that, and the third. And I don't know if he was doing too much for talking too much, or I don't know if Mad was doing too much for listening to this motherfucking nerd, right? But you know how Mad gonna listen to you. Like, I get Mad. Right. And I'm like, but still, I'm driving with my motherfucking right hand on the wheel with my Snoop shit, right? And Mad got me on hold like a bitch, right? So I get home, right? And I think I just hung up on Mad, right? Because I was like, damn, man, I'm supposed to talk to my brother, right? So I called Chiz. I said, Chiz, now, I just got off on Mad, and I know how the people come into the booth for Mad. And this guy up there, I'm telling Chiz about the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Mad, first of all, do you remember that conversation?
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Who is this motherfucker?
I'm not going to say his name on radio, but...
Oh, his ass must listen to the show.
He listened to the show. But I know exactly...
Oh, shit.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
So we gonna call him Rico. Yeah. We gonna call him Rico. But the thing was, Chiz, you know how he was trying to press Mad so hard? I don't think Mad gonna even play this part of the show. And Mad understands we do, because now this motherfucker listens to the show.
I am. But people want to tell me their stories, man. They tell me their stories. Like, I guess he was excited. He had him a Dominican piece, if he did, quote unquote. Far as the
quote unquote, lying on his dick. Go ahead.
Far as the cigars, I don't know. Because he said he was there for like a whole weekend. So blowing down 20 cigars, I doubt that. You know what I mean? Like,
right. And I'm gonna tell you why Mad doubted that, right, Chiz? Because when he told Matt, yeah, I must have blew out 20 of them. And you know when Matt, you know how Matt is. If he just say, yo, that's crazy, Matt didn't believe that bullshit. I think Matt actually smoked cigars. And man, like, how the hell you smoking 20 cigars in the whole weekend?
Right.
That don't make no sense.
Unless he's smoking them little cigaros and mistaking it for the actual handful cigar.
Oh, he was just calling them cigars.
Right. I'm thinking he's smoking.
That's what he probably had. Yeah, I know which ones you're talking about. No. He probably had them little small joints.
Right.
Yeah, trying to impress Mad, though. Trying to impress Mad. Right? And I'm like, listen to this motherfucker. I'm like, yo, first of all, it was a little entertaining because I'm driving home, but I'm a little bit mad because I'm on hold like a bitch listening to this nerdy ass motherfucker, right? I was like, I got home, man. I called Chiz. I said, man. And now, this guy, what's his position over there?
I'm not.
Oh, no, you can't say that either, man. He can't, yeah.
Right. I'm not.
Okay.
Just know he in the facility side. He's on the facility side. Wait.
Okay. All right. So, you know what? I'm gonna leave it alone.
I tell you everything behind the scenes. All
right. So,
I'll tell you everything behind the scenes.
Like I said, he was doing too much, and I say man was doing too much for listening to that bullshit.
You know what? You probably right. And I think I'm just guilty to a fault because I don't really, when people come and tell me stuff, I might give a little nonchalant hint, but people don't really take that hint very well. So people want to just sometimes vent or talk.
They trying to spill the beans.
Yeah.
They trying to impress. They trying to impress Mad. And Mad's been like that. Mad's been like that since I've been there. Like I was more the name than Mad. Right. But Mad was a dude that people used to like to go and really confide in. They wasn't confiding in Earl because Earl wasn't giving them that kind of time.
Right.
But I ain't had that much time with too many fucking people, you know. But like Mad always gave people that down home feeling like, yo, I'll listen to you, but he'll actually give you a good. I'll tell you what Mad get mad at. If you come to Mad with something. And Mad get to going and telling you and trying to give you, and you act like you not listening after that, that's when Mad get mad.
Yeah, because I'm not giving you the energy for no reason. If I give you energy, it's like, take the energy. I'm not telling you have to take my advice, because advice, and you grown at the end of the day. But if I wear my heart on my sleeve, so if I give you a certain energy and be like, yo, this, that, and the third, or, from my experience or whatever the case may be, just at least acknowledge and listen. That's all I'm asking.
I remember this one time, Chiz. I hope man remember this. I think we was getting ready to go to the studio. Me, Mad, Isabel. But you know how Jones was. I knew we had a little time before we catch that train. Let's go back to the Bullies in Linden. I believe this was the 5th of Mike. So I like to go get my little smoke. So Isabel on one side of me, Mad on the other side. Isabel had asked Mad something that he was concerned about. So he listened to Isabel the whole way. Now it's time for Mad to rebuttal. Mad start. I think that's why Mad laughing right now. I think Mad starts to rebuttal and trying to help Isabel about what he's talking about. So in the middle of that, we all know what happens. You see a badass chick and shit. As Mad's explaining what he's explaining to Isabel's concentration goes over to the chick. So Mad, yo, E, you hit me with this long ass soliloquy, and I'm trying to help you out with it, and you ain't paying attention to my ass while I'm talking to you. Like Mad get like that with you too.
Yeah.
Like I remember that day. Yep.
And
yep.
I actually stopped the conversation. I really didn't say nothing after that. I said, bro, never mind, man. You figure it out. That's all I said.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm really giving this motherfucker the energy and answering his shit, and this motherfucker paying it. And I get it. Sometimes a motherfucker badass chick can curb your conversation. But if we
hell yeah.
If we talking real deep about some shit that you got concerned about, and I'm extending that olive branch as a brother, god damn, bro. At least, you know what I mean? At least be like, hold on, man, real quick. I'm just looking at this bitch right here. You know what I mean? Alright, cool. Take your moment, you feel what I'm saying? And then, you know what I mean, hit play. You know what I mean? So, I get it. I'm a man too, you know what I mean? But don't sit here and really just like, your whole face do a 360 following this chick and I'm talking to you. Like, bro.
Man got a complex.
No, my thing is, that's why I've grown over the years. When people ask me stuff, I ask them, do you want my opinion or do you just want me to be an ear? I ask that now.
Right.
Cause
that's smart. That's smart to do that.
Yeah, cause I'm not gonna give you my energy if you're not trying to accept it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you just want me to be an ear and listen to what you got going on, I'm cool with being that ear. But that's what I learned over the years, to ask people now. You know what I mean? And I learned that from my wife. Like, I ask people, okay, do you want my opinion or do you just want me to be an ear right now? You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
because sometimes people just want the ear.
Sometimes people,
they
don't want your opinion at that moment of whatever's going on. So
they need to vent.
Right. So that's why I always now ask, do you want my opinion or do you want me to just be an ear? Because if you want me to be an ear, I just sit back and keep my thoughts and opinions to my motherfucking self. But if you want my opinion, I'm going to give you my opinion. And the thing about with me, everybody who know me know I'm a raw, opinionated type of brother. I'm not going to give it to you fucked up. I'm not going to talk to you and sugarcoat a lot of shit. I'm going to give it to you straight up. I might do some curse. It might be brutal, but it's coming from a lovable place. It's not going to never be a malice place where I'm coming from stuff. You know what I mean? It's always going to be a lovable place. So it might come all fucked up and I might feel like I'm sonning you or big brothering you, but don't never mistake that for me. Look, because if I'm giving you that type of energy, it's because I fuck with you heavy. You know what I mean? That's right. I give that energy off like that unless I'm fucking with you heavy. But yo, let's get up out of here, man. Give them your social. Let them
yo. I was just about to say that, man. You know, because you know what's about to happen before you say give me the socials?
What is up?
Cheers. I felt it coming in my spirit. I gotta go, y'all. I gotta get some eat.
With the cheers, we call that the cheers stutter. The cheers stutter, man. Yeah. You remember the stutter man off of New Jack City and shit? That's cheers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cheers the stutter man. I'm gonna hit y'all right back, bro. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Oh man. Hey Jones, let me catch you. I think Cheers.
I think Cheers. Oh, he pieced out.
Yeah.
I'm here. I made a mistake and put it on mute.
How classic was this, man?
Oh,
he put it on mute. Hold on, wait. He put it on mute and came back and said, I'm sorry, y'all put it on.
Now I heard y'all asking, what shit is that?
Yeah, man.
Yo, bro. The one time your ass motherfucker use the mute button. You come in. I heard y'all. Hold on. Oh shit.
Yo, Chiz should have been like, when we did that shit, Chiz was like, eat with peas with me.
Hey, Chiz, man, let them know where they can catch you at, bro.
Well, you catch me on Instagram, Chiz1984, Facebook, Lawrence Chisholm. Go to the YouTube page, Frontground Entertainment, Timeless Music Group. Go and hit them up. You know, hit all the shit, all the pages up. Go to all your streaming sites. Go and buy, stream all the Mad instrumental projects. Go through that. Show love, peace, blessings. I'm out.
Yeah, also you can catch Chiz at www.shitologist.com, www.mrsocko.
You forgot this one, www.mrsocko.com. I'm giving out autographed socks. So, you know, you gotta sign up for that, because it's exclusive tag. And it's laminated.
And to all
laminated.
All the ladies who got that AARP card, Chiz got an OnlyFans. It's OnlyFans /Socko. That's SOCC-O.
Yo, that's what he said. Wait, yeah, he said this shit is laminated. A sock that's laminated. I'm trying to think about the lamination on the sock.
Oh,
and you can see like the you can see the sperm stains on the sock.
Oh my god, bro!
You can see all my seeds.
Oh my god!
You know what, Chiz? You just outright disgusted. You know, brother.
All his seeds got motherfucking long ass dreads with some big ass feet that's weighing about 200 pounds and shit. And
200 pounds, like 200 pounds. And when they born.
Now, remember this man, 180.
Stop.
Like, no, man.
Stop,
Chiz.
Stop. See, now Jones even starting to believe me.
That's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
Even Jones is starting to believe me now. Because I'm telling you, the way this motherfucker always talk about he gotta go eat, Jones, ain't no way this motherfucker 180, bro. Ain't no way.
I got a fast metabolism, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, man, come on now.
That's the reason why your ass at least about 225. Not including the cigarettes, the weed, sometimes your beer. You know what I mean? Shit. You out here. You outside.
Chiz out here. He out here. Look at the young boys. He out here.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Jones, where they can catch you at, my brother?
www.saucy.com, baby. Yeah. Cheers, y'all.
That's EJ.
That's all I got.
Man, that's all he got. That's all the motherfucker you gonna get. You know what I mean? Shit. Nah, you can catch
saltier than the pot of ragu.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Lord.
ENT Productions for my boy Jones, as well as Timeless Music, like Chiz said, the Front Round Records, built for this radio for the network, you know what I mean? The End of the Bench for my man A-Track B. You catch me on Instagram at man_Knox201, on that Twitter at Illmatic Beats. Built for this network is on that Twitter as well. At WeBFTN, that's at WeBFTN, you know what I mean? And bruh, all 6 albums is out. Well, I include the New Legends with me and Syph, so that's 7 albums. 7 albums, you know what I mean, of your boy Not, streaming on all platforms. Go and cop everything, you know what I mean? I mean, buy the motherfucker, just don't buy a song. Buy the whole shit. You know what I mean? Shit. God damn it.
Yeah. Buy the motherfucker. God damn. Stop fucking around.
And word to my man Red Fox, if you can't fuck, shit. And if you can't shit, fuck. You know what I mean? On behalf, you know what I mean? Other than that, yo, listen, the pandemic is still going on. They talk about a new variant that's supposed to be coming out. I don't know when, but, you know, it's talks of that. Ever since the war been happening.
I'm sick of this shit.
You know what I mean? You don't really hear too much of the pandemic since the war been happening, but that's another conversation for another time.
Yes, Lord.
I'm in the meantime, between time, listen, wear a mask, wash your hands, wash your ass. Unlike my man Will Smith, go out with some dignity and some damn class. You know what I mean?
No, he didn't. Big Willie style.
Yeah, don't
do Big Willie style.
Right, don't go around smacking the hell out of people just because they saying, you know what I mean, little jokes. Remember back in the day you did your mama jokes and that was cool and shit? Now, this day and age, you can't talk about nobody. People got short hair, you can't talk about them. You know what I mean? It's just crazy out here, man. You know,
people sensitive.
Right, comedians, their job is to be a comedian to make people laugh, man. And if you don't have laughter in life, then goddamn it, you don't got nothing, for real. So on that note, man, on behalf of my brothers Chiz and Jones and the Built for This Network team, stay blessed up, not stressed up. You feel what I'm saying? We out of here, baby. Peace.
Deuces, y'all. One love.
Fuck that, I preach it. My nine reaches, the prestigious. Cats that speak this, Willie shit, flooded pieces. My hand releases, snatches, smack your cabbage. Half-ass rappers shouldn't have it, so I grab it. Never run. The outcome is usually a beat down brutally. Fuck who you be or where you're from, west or east coast. Squeeze toast, leave most in the blood they laying in. What? The rings and things you sing about, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. It's more than I expected. I thought your jewels was rented, but they wasn't. So run it, cousin. I could chill, the heat doesn't. Ran up in your shell about a dozen. You never see bank like Frank White. Your hand clutching, your chest plate, contemplate. You about to die, nigga, wait. Keep your hands high.
I don't brown nose out of town hoes. I'm up around 4 with the crowbar to the 5.0. I get bagged, I'm John Doe. Suspect, you ass like prime roasting. Calvin Klein clothes. Explode the pyros when Doc gets the pier. I'm out there, I'm boarded with George Jetson here. Your time is near, so get your body dropped off. I stopped trusting niggas since Gotti got caught. It's bricks, keep your wrist covered. I'm piss colored by the waist, got a gun as dark as Chris, brother. ICU, my shiesty crew, like Ice Me Too. I break your legs, leave your eyes slightly blue. The Doc is born with a grenade palm. I'm concurrent in your hood like a teenage mom. Yo, Biggie, what? She having my baby. If I pull out the AK, keep your hands high.
This rule is so underrated. Acting as if it can't happen. You're fronting. Ain't no other kings in this rap thing. Biggie, a motherfucking rap phenomenon. This rule is so underrated. Acting as if it can't happen. You're fronting. Ain't no other kings in this rap thing. Biggie, a motherfucking rap phenomenon. I got a new mouth to feed. I'm due south with keys. Y'all pick seeds out your weed. I watch cowards bleed. Motherfucker, please. It's my block with my rocks. Fuck that hip hop, them 1-2s. And you don't stop. Me and my nigga Lance took Kim and C's advance. Bought 10 bricks, 4 pounds of weed plants from Branson. Now we lamping. 12-room mansion. Bitches get naked off get money. Players anthem. Don't forget one more chance in my other hits. Other shit. Niggas spit be counterfeit. Robbery come naturally. In and out like fucking rapidly. Pass the gat to me. Make his chest rest where his back should be. Talking blasphemy. Blasphemy your family. Rest the coffins often. Frank Wizard. Far from soft or fragile. Play hard like Reggie Miller. Rapper slash dope dealer slash gorilla slash illest turn killer.
Don't approach me with that raw shit. You out of pocket. I take these adolescents back to spot fit. Mentally my energy is like a figure 8. On its side that's infinity. Too many sick niggas. Nickel 9s bring the remedy. When you play the field, what's the penalty? Unnecessary roughness, career ending injuries for suck suckers stuck on stupid. Shoot 'em with a dart like Cupid until they got love for my music. Star Wars, I'm hand solo with 3 egos and 3 charges. I got to see 3 POs. This is Whoop Your Ass Day, the sequel. Eyeball flower with no equal. Niggas swinging swords in the rear, that's my people. Showing up before I roll up, this is a hold up. Hands high, reach for the sky. I rap SI, the unpretty. Word the left eye, New York City, what they wait on. And who better for the job than Biggie? The notorious Jesus. Unbelievable rhyme that reaches and touch individual. Small frame, buck and chain. MC, what's the name? Tuck your chain. All about the fortune. Fuck the fame. Label still extorting. Kick me when I'm down, but I'm up again. Scorching, hot. Forcing my way up in the door. To kill a bullshit like a matador. Keep your hands high. What?
We are Built for this network for the strong, not the weak.